Hey guys, so this is the Simgot Ew300 3-in-1 hybrid in-ear monitor. 3-in-1 and hybrid. That means that each of these in-ear monitors pack 3 types of drivers inside. This sounds phenomenal. I've come to absolutely love its sound quality. So let me tell you why this deserves a place in your arsenal. First things first, let's get the unboxing out of the way. So as you can see, it comes in a rather slick packaging. Looks really neat, nothing too fancy. Sliding off the outer cover and getting inside the box, we get some paperwork. We get 3 pairs of different size silicone ear tips. You get the additional golden copper nozzle. You get a few extra pairs of purple and red silicone rings for the nozzles. You get 6 tuning foams. You get the very high quality oxygen-free copper cable that has 2 pin connectors on one end. And on the other end, you have a 3.5mm audio jack. You get a hard carrying case to carry these in-ear monitors and the accessories in. And of course, you get the Simgot Ew300 in-ear monitors themselves. Now quickly, let's talk about the specs. So the Ew300, as I mentioned, is a 3-in-1 hybrid in-ear monitor. So it packs a 10mm dynamic driver coupled with a 6mm planar magnetic driver and a piezoelectric driver. And it's got an impedance of 28 ohms. And this would be categorized as low impedance in your monitors. But as always, if you want the absolute best audio quality possible that these can produce, then I suggest that you do invest in a portable DAC. Nothing too fancy or expensive, just something that can make sure that these can perform to their full potential, giving you the maximum amount of volume and audio quality without leaving anything in the tank. And the one that I personally use will be linked in the description below. Now, as for the build quality of the Ew300, it is exquisite. It is all metal, zero compromise, no jagged edges. The finish is beautiful. It's got this mirror polish finish. It just looks very premium, feels very premium. And because it's all metal, it's got that heft. Having said that, even though it is all metal, it does not fatigue your ears, so there is zero ear fatigue. And even for my tiny ears, the fit was perfect, super ergonomic, super comfortable, even for long listening sessions. Now the downside of being super glossy and having this mirror finish, you guessed it, is that this is a fingerprint magnet. Even the slightest of touches will get your fingerprints all over, and I'm not a fan of that. And if you're finicky like me, you'll constantly have to keep this clean with your shirt or some microfiber cloth. So that is one downside, but really minor. All in all, superb build, superb feel. Now, as I mentioned, that this comes with an additional tuning nozzle, the golden one with the purple ring. Now, according to Simgot, these are tuned differently. One with the Simgot Golden Curve 2023 and the other with the Harman 2019 Target Curve. Now, it comes attached with the silver nozzle with the red ring. And in all my testing, I found that I preferred the silver nozzle with the red ring, the one that comes attached, because that gave me the perfect balance between richness, detail, overall impact, and that sounded the most fun. In comparison, they've aimed the golden nozzle to be for gamers, and supposedly it adds more of a spatial awareness. Now, how much that is true, I am not too sure because I didn't find a huge difference. The only difference I noticed was that it kind of dampened the sound a little bit. So while the silver tuning nozzle was more lively and fun, the golden one was a bit dampened. So if you are kind of a purist, if you want something a bit more balanced, you can opt for the golden tuning nozzle. But if you like something which is fun and overall gives you the best rendition of the sound, a slight V sound signature, then the silver tuning nozzle is the one to go. So going forward, I based my judgment of the Ew300 based on the silver tuning nozzle. Alright, now let's talk about the main criteria, which is the audio quality. How did this perform in my testing? Now, if you're an existing viewer, you know that I judge these in-ear monitors based on how they produce the 3 major frequencies that broadly make up any sound that you hear: the highs, the mids, and the lows. The highs or the treble response, where the really sharp sounding instruments are, the mids, where the vocals are, and the low end or the bass response. Starting off with the treble response or the high frequencies, the treble response is extremely mellow yet packed with a ton of detail, which is very pleasing to the ears. Subtle nuances are produced with such ease, and the highs sound very authentic, and it never fails to show its prowess in this high frequency range. Now, although these pack a ton of detail, sharpness, and clarity, I never for once found them to be sibilant. So no, it does not get harsh, even at very high or maximum volume. The instrument separation in the higher frequencies was very well maintained. Snares and cymbals sounded authentic, organic, never overlapped with any other frequency, and overall this adds to the grandeur of the high frequency range. These pack a ton of detail, strike a fine balance between richness and clarity, and they also are so well tuned that these are perfect for long listening sessions as well. Next up, we have the mid frequencies where the vocals are. Now, the mid frequencies are a definite strong point of the EW300. Vocals, whether male or female, have absolutely no hollowness or added clarity, and they sound very organic even at very high volumes. Female vocals sound rich and pristine, and male vocals pack just the right amount of warmth. Now, personally, while both male and female vocals sounded phenomenally good, I preferred the rendition of the female vocals on these just a little bit more. Now, stringed instruments like guitars sound phenomenal on these. They have such flair, such richness, such warmth, and that adds to the depth and adds this whole new dimension of richness to the track you're listening to. And there was no overlap with the vocals, no clutter there, absolutely pristine, and it was one of the best experiences when listening to stringed instruments that I've had on an IEM at this price range. And finally, we have the bass response or the low end. Now, the bass on these are worthy of every praise possible. Now, I don't know why some reviewers have been saying that the bass on these are okay. Sorry, they're not okay. They are very mean, very hard, very deep, and they pack a mean punch. What it does so well is that it packs that slam of the mid bass and the rumble of the sub lows, probably thanks to the planar magnetic driver inside. The bass is thick, punchy, round, undistorted at even very high volumes. Yet, the best part is this mean, very hefty bass response absolutely does not overpower or interfere with the other two frequencies. It just adds that layer of depth, that layer of immersiveness in the track that you're going to listen to, and the bass is just so good. So just talking about the sound quality at its price point, the EW300 is phenomenally good, giving many other in-ear monitors far more expensive a good run for their money. Now, as for the soundstage, these also do a very good job there. They are fairly wide, and the imaging is very nice because they give you a very nice idea of the position of instruments in a track, and this same aspect is going to roll over into gaming because that gives you a very good spatial awareness. So it lets you know where gunshots are being fired, where footsteps are coming from, giving you that edge if you are a gamer. Now, as for the genres of music that you can use these on, anything, whether it's classical, whether it's EDM, whether it's rock, hip hop, it's going to handle everything like a champ. Now, in the rare case that you find these to sound a bit harsh, or if you are very treble sensitive, don't worry, they give you those foams that you can push inside the nozzles, and that is going to cut out the harshness of the treble response to a good degree, and it's going to sound more mellow, and you're good to go. So just to summarize, the EW300 from Simgot is a phenomenal in-ear monitor. I absolutely love it. I can recommend this to a beginner audiophile or a seasoned one. You're going to love it nonetheless. It's a perfect blend between richness, detail, warmth, and very hard-hitting, undistorted bass that anyone will enjoy. It's got a very fun sound signature. At the same time, it doesn't go overboard to sound like a legitimate V-sound signature in your monitor. So it strikes that perfect balance. So there you have it, guys. That was my review of the Simgot EW300. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have any other questions regarding this, do hit me up in the comment section below. As always, the link to this and other products will be mentioned in the description below. I would really appreciate if you use those links to make your purchase. As always, you have my word. It will never cost you a single penny extra, but you guys will be helping me run this channel, and I can produce more such high quality and helpful content just for you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share this video, and I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.